everybody, this is Sister Omi. I hope everyone's doing well. I am doing the full moon in Virgo for the sign of Gemini, and that's Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let me please. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and full moon in Virgo. So let's talk about Virgo for a minute. Virgo is, kind of likes order. Virgo is the one that writes lists. They probably invented learning by rote, being repetitious because they like order. On the other hand, they're also kind of they're very health conscious or open to different modalities. They're open to anything new, and they're open to improving their health. So looking at this full moon in Virgo, Gemini, so how could you use those qualities to bring more order into your life or circumstances, or using some of Virgo healthy or somewhat health conscious ways to improve your own health. So, what I did pull to crown this reading is, my little tree fell, is the chakra card of universal light. Now, this is the soul star chakra. And this is the chakra that's 6 inches above your crown. It's that connection to the spiritual and the physical, or this connection between the heaven and earth. This is that bridge energy. And if you are into meditation, if you have a clear quartz, if you have a clear quartz, that would be a good focal point. Or you see how they have the light, focus on like a white light, or think of a star, and use that as your focal point in any meditation, if that's if you are about that. Now, you realize you've always been connected to an extension of a powerful universal light. All of us here, we're all connected to the cosmos. And light is what fuels the soul and gives us birth. Sometimes you can feel disconnected, shut off from the light. However, in truth, you are an extension of that energy, and you can never be separated from it. You're being encouraged to focus on this divine connection of to the cosmos, and if you can, it would be good to do some type of meditation or add it into your daily routine, or attend some spiritual awakening workshop or something like that, or do some serious breathing exercises, maybe do some yoga. The universal light of the universe loves you, and no matter what you have or haven't done in your life, just know, all you gotta do is open your heart and receive the love of the universal light that it is available to all of us. So what we're talking about to a degree too is, what is your concept of God? Only you can answer that. But with this, like I say, doing yoga and breathing exercises, also making sure you're drinking plenty of good clean water. That's very good at this time too. So what I've done is I have pulled 4 tarot cards and an oracle card. So the first card that I pulled is 7 of water in reverse. And, water is emotional. So Gemini, maybe you're feeling very emotional, and being that you're an air sign, depending on what else is going on your chart, but this is just general reading. So with this water, especially since you're air sign, you're a mental person. You're a thinker. So maybe right now you're dealing with a lot of emotions. You're feeling maybe a little frantic. You feel like you're chasing the carrot on the stick. But in addition to, like I said, meditating with this universal light, a white or a clear crystal, it may be good also to meditate with a red garnet. And that red garnet is because anytime when you're working on the higher realms of chakra, like the crown and the solar chakra, the soul star chakra, what you need to do is also make sure you keep yourself grounded. So if you're into meditation, a red garnet, this will help or aid you in clear focus, keeping your state of mind. But with this, you're being encouraged to rethink your strategy, especially if things are just not working. And I say this in addition to also because you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, there's two types of people, or there's two types with this King reverse. One, they're either obsessed with money, wealth, and status, or someone who just spends their resources poorly. They impulsively buy things. They don't plan. They use their finances poorly. I'll just say that. So to a degree, maybe this is why you're feeling frantic and emotional, pulling this card, the two of them together. So there's a need to, because Pentacles is earth. Pentacles is like that Virgo. This is where bringing some order. So this would be maybe a good time to write a to-do list, what needs to be done versus what you want. Because you want to bring yourself back into some emotional, because all this water in reverse, you're feeling maybe a little frantic. And with this, rethink your strategies on what you're doing with the resources you have. Also, this is also encouraging you to show some restraint. So it's like, I think of little kids. You know how I remember my mother used to say, when you go to the store, don't ask for nothing. Because the kids, they put the candy right in the aisle so the kids can ask. So it's like that kid. It's hard for them to maybe show some restraint and not to ask. But this is asking you the same. And, don't reach for that candy. Because right now is not the time. Now you need to regroup. And look at what you need to let go of so that the future could be better. That also goes into really looking at what is your concept of God, in the sense that really, you deserve something better, and what are you going to do about it? The God of light is in you. So what can you do at this Virgo full moon to release any bad habits and emotional stuff that has you all wound up and frantic chasing a carrot, when you could live a different type of life or find yourself in a different type of situation? Now, everyone is some of this feeling a little frantic could be things that you did not even cause, but you got to handle. So here, you're just asked, you're being asked to realize that, you didn't create this situation, but now you have to show some restraint to get everything back in order. So this really isn't bad. Now, what I have here also is the Eight of Wands. And what does she really looks like she's praying, isn't it? She's asking the universe for things, and they're throwing them wands down. Like her prayers are going to be answered because she is going to be protected. It's like things are happening quickly. There's things happening all around you, but these things are positive things. But however, they're coming quickly, and this could add to that feeling of being overwhelmed. So this really just takes on going back to, this emotions and, the need to get stuff in order and be practical. But right here, you're being encouraged also to create a to-do list. Also, this Pentacles in reverse. Now, this has to do with your health, because we think of the physical world, but we also have to think about our physical body. Now, if this has to do with your health, you're being encouraged here because the wands are coming down to protect you, to start trying to eat a little better. Maybe less processed foods, drinking better water. Also, you're being encouraged here to connect with nature. And as you can see, she's asking the universe, I'm sorry, did I have my hand like all that? She's asking the universe to provide. There's an understanding when you realize everything is yours within the universe. But if you're going to ask, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to now be show some restraint with your finances? Or are you also willing, with your body to do things that's going to enhance your health, to improve your quality of life? Also, with all this emotion and feeling frantic, putting some things in perspective. Now, the message from Spirit is the Eight of Cups. And you see how this card is? It's like, let me think here. Where did the spark go? Maybe there's some area in life that just lost its zeal, its appeal, you're feeling some kind of way. But also be encouraged, because this is more water emotion. Because you're feeling some kind of way, be mindful not to take loved ones or anyone for granted. So this is asking you also to maybe take a few steps back and revisit some things, because we're still in Mercury retrograde. So there's things probably on your mind that you're feeling emotional about. So what I would like to also encourage you, pulling this card, is maybe listen to some uplifting music. You know what I'm saying? Make you want to dance. Or focus on wellness, like going to the gym. Not to say you're going to go there every day, but if you go maybe every other day and start walking for 30 minutes. Just saying. Or take some type of class. Something that is going to take your mind off all this stuff. But the message here is basically you just have to accept where you're at. You have to accept the situation, and you have to look at your life and the positives and negatives. Yes, we've all had great things happen. We've all had failures. However, try to be receptive and disposed towards a change of equilibrium. And that's all this water is. You got water, you got earth, and you got fire. So you're like feeling all over the place. So this is about trying to bring in some equilibrium and realize that everything must change. And with that change, this goes back to here, to be encouraged or get into what is your concept of God, or go into some type of uplifting motivational, or I mean, you could listen to YouTube. They have motivational speeches. You know how start your morning with this motivation, things like that. These are things that are going to help alter the way you may see some situations in your life. However, in that alteration, maybe that'll bring you some emotional peace and help you to get, because I'm coming back to this is about getting your finances and your health in order. This pentacle, use this Virgo full moon. If you have bad habits with your finances, you have bad habits with your health, now is the time to evaluate and rid yourself. So by the time we get to the new moon, you can really start to move forward and put things in a different perspective. Now, the oracle card that I pulled is Wandering Path. It's to talk about enjoy the journey. Because no matter what, stuff gonna happen, right? Because that's life. You don't always need to know where you're going, except the fact that sometimes the path is meandering. Yet know that you're always exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't seem like it. Be present with your journey. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. It's all for your highest good. Accept what is. Isn't that what we just said? The key is your inner power. And how are you going to tap into that inner power? Realize your connection with heaven and earth, the spiritual and physical. Get in touch with that inner light within inside of you, that universal light, that connection. And actually, this is up to you. You can enjoy the journey. Anything that's going on, if you want to change, you can change it. The thing is, there's a saying that happiness is an inside job. You can't allow or rely on someone else to make you happy. So it's up to you to do you and enjoy the journey. This is why you're being encouraged to, hey, maybe take a class in ceramics, or a lot of community colleges have those continuing education classes. Take up something. This also takes your mind off all this stuff, and it's also something more positive, you know? So think about that, Gemini. Please feel free to leave a comment below, like, share, hit that subscribe button, and give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.